Angel, you're closest to me. Right here, yeah. And then Kadeem, you're right by your placard there. Why don't you move over one? Just a couple of reminders again, please silence your cell phones, and there's no flash photography or recording, iPhones or tablet. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll have our microphone holders come to you. We have on the right side on the left side by the aisle. Go ahead.
Hey, I'll direct this to either player. I'm Mike Tover from Spectrum News. You know, with your seniors being together as long as you have, and the way the last two NCAA tournaments have gone, what's been kind of the talk to where, you know, this is the year, this could be the year for you guys to make an impact and get that win in the first round?
We'll start with Kadeem, then we'll go to Angel. Go ahead.
The last 2 years was a great experience for us. My sophomore year was our first time getting here, and it was kind of new to us. And last year, I think we played a great game and just made a few mistakes at the end. So that was a great experience for this year. This is our last go-around. So.
Yeah, I think right now we've been here 3 years in a row, so we're right now kind of owing this type of events and stuff like that. So I think we're ready, and we're ready for the battle.
Okay, we're going to go to the aisle on the right side, then we're coming to you on the left side.
For Zach Brazilian, New York Post, for both of you guys, how do you think this game impacts your legacy at Seton Hall? You know, you guys came in when the program was at a low point, and you've kind of brought it back to being relevant and being a winning program. But what do you think winning a game would do to your legacy and this tournament? How does that impact your legacy at the school?
Start with Kadeem.
I think we left a pretty great legacy so far, but like you said, winning a game in the NCAA tournament, that's something that we haven't done, and we're looking forward to doing it tomorrow. And I think it's going to just add to our legacy if we do so.
Like Kadeem said, we never won an NCAA tournament game, so we come in with the mindset that we got to win a game. We got to represent our school and represent our league. So everything is got to be in the right way and play the hardest as we can.
Stay on the right side of the aisle.
Hey guys, NC State's players were up here before you. They talked a lot about the concern about Seton Hall's physicality, Big East physicality. How much of a priority is that for you guys to play that type of game, bring that game to them tomorrow?
Kadeem first.
The Big East is a very physical league. You know, every game, you know, it's a grounded-out game. Every game goes down to the end. So we're just gonna try to impose our will on them. We know that their league is not quite as physical as us. So just try to show our physicality, like you said.
Yeah, we just got to come with the mindset that we got to come and play physical with these guys and just play hard. Like, it's a team, any team can come and play physical too. So we cannot say like they soft or stuff like that. We just got to come with the mindset that we got to play hard and do the best we can.
Stay on the left side aisle.
This is more really for Kadeem. NC State is a team that prides themselves in turning people over, creating turnovers, and kind of getting up in your face. What have you seen on tape, and how have you tried to prepare for their pressure defense?
Yeah, we paid attention a lot to the pressure defense. You know, they like to press you, make you turn the ball over. But I think it starts with me to stay composed and just get guys in the right spots and not turn the ball over. And I'm going to try to do that tomorrow.
Other questions for our student athletes?
Marilyn Payne out of Raleigh, North Carolina. For both guys, what do the two of you know and what do your teammates know that NC State might not, because they have a roster filled with a lot of guys who've never been to the NCAA tournament?
Kadeem first.
I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, we're in the NCAA tournament, but it's still basketball, you know what I'm saying? So you still got to go out there and play. It's another game, so.
Yeah, like Kadeem said, this is another game. It's a regular game. It's two teams. Both got great talented players, and we just got to come with the mindset that we got to play hard and play great.
Okay, we're going to go to the left side, then we'll come back on the right side. So right there, here you go.
This one's more for Angel here. They've obviously got a big in Omer Yurtseven who can stretch the floor a little bit. How do you kind of prepare for that? You mentioned getting physical, but how do you kind of prepare, going against a guy like that and knowing that you kind of want to stay down there in the block area?
Yeah, I watch a lot of film of him. He's a really good player, and I got a lot of respect for him. But at the same time, we got a lot of players like that in our league too. They can strike the floor, they can shoot threes and all that stuff. So, but this time right now, I'm kind of used to it, and I'm ready for it.
You know, on the right side aisle here.
Have you guys at all thought about or talked to each other about, I mean, tomorrow could be, you know, you obviously want to win, but just how it's coming to an end? I mean, have you guys talked about that or thought about that at all, you seniors, that it's, whether it's Thursday or Saturday or next week or whenever, it's going to end soon? And is that something you think about at all?
No, we haven't spoken about that because we don't want it to end yet. So we'll speak about everything after the season, whenever that may be. So we haven't spoken about the season ending yet. You said, have I thought about it? I mean, yeah, you think about it. You know, it's your senior year. I've been thinking about it since the start of the senior year. You know, it's my last year. It's my last time to do something special. So, yeah, I've been thinking about it.
The fact that it is your last, like, how much does that push you and motivate you to win tomorrow, knowing, you know, you don't want it to end?
It motivates me a lot. You know, I'm real focused right now. I think my teammates are focused. Coach Willard and all the coaching staff is focused. So we're just going to go out there and play our game, play hard, and try to get the W.
Other questions for our student athletes? Still have about 5 minutes here. Any other questions? Well, if there are no more, best of luck, guys, tomorrow. Thank you very much. Got a chance, Thomas Chin, the Seton Hall basketball media relations contact. You have any questions? We'll have Coach Willard up here shortly. After this press conference with Seton Hall Coach Willard, we'll have about a 90-minute break before we will resume at approximately 2:45 with Houston. The order will be Houston, Michigan, San Diego State, and then Montana. Okay, we're be starting this next session with Seton Hall head coach Kevin Willard shortly. Just a reminder, please silence your cell phones, no flash photography, and no recording at all. Okay, Coach. Pleased to have with us head coach from Seton Hall, the Pirates, Kevin Willard, in his 8th season. Welcome to Wichita. Let's get your thoughts right away on the challenges that North Carolina State presents.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here. I think it's a really good matchup for both teams. I think we're both very evenly matched. Their guard play is some of the best guard play we'll face all year. We've faced all year. Love their big guy. Love the way he can play inside and out. So, you know, really looking forward to the challenge and just happy to be here in Wichita.
This time we take questions. Please raise your hand. We'll have a microphone holder. We'll go to the front, and then we'll come back over here on the aisle.
Kevin, NC State coach and players, when they were up here, talked a lot about Seton Hall's physicality, the Big East physicality. How much of a priority is that for you guys tomorrow to bring some of that to this game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think conference play, when you watch us in conference play, just the way our league plays, it's extremely physical. But I've been impressed with how physical they are. Dorn, for a power forward, he's a lot like Ish. Can really play defense, tough off the dribble. Their guards are physical. I think they really defend and get after you. And that's why I think it's a really unique matchup in the fact that both teams play physical basketball. And, you know, obviously anybody coming from the Big East, that's kind of what, if you watch us on film, that's what you're going to see just because of the way the league is kind of set up.
Okay, we go on the right in the aisle here.
Kevin, what do you think this game means for your seniors' legacy? You know, they've kind of done everything except win a tournament game.
No matter what, I think these four guys are gonna have left a great mark at Seton Hall. I think more than anything, the way they've brought the fan base back from the way they've played. Obviously, it's going to help if you win a game, but I just think how they've interacted with the fans, how they've kind of won a lot of big games, I think their legacy will be pretty good either way. Go ahead.
Okay, we have a follow-up here.
Could you sense, though, how important it is for them to win a game in the tournament?
Yeah, I definitely have a different sense with them this year than I have last year. It's been less me trying to get them to understand the importance of being in this tournament and how hard it is to get into this tournament. I think they realize the opportunity that they have now, where I think after their sophomore year, they were just happy to be there. Last year, you know, we had a chance to win the game. You know, we're up 4 with a minute and a half to go. And I think that loss really hurt them. It really kind of haunted them a little bit this year. So I think they understand now more than ever they have a chance.
Question on the left side.
Hey, Coach. Mike Tober from Spectrum News in Raleigh. You mentioned a little bit about their guard play, but this is also a team that likes to take a lot of threes, and they like to put up shots at a fast pace. How do you try to slow them down a little bit defensively?
Yes, it's not an easy task, to be honest with you. I think the hardest thing about them as I watch film is how balanced they are. It's just not one guy. I wish I could say, well, it's just Freeman or it's just Braxton. It's not. I mean, they're so well balanced. And I think Markel Johnson does as good a job as anybody I've seen on film of getting in the lane and creating really good opportunities for his teammates. So I love the pace they play out, and I just think they put so much pressure on you. They put 4 guys out in the perimeter, and they drive it and they attack you, and you never know who's going to get you. I think that's the hardest thing about it when you watch film is that they're extremely balanced. I mean, they really technically have 5 guys scoring double figure points, and over the last 5 games, they're shooting almost 50% from the 3. So then you add Hunt into the equation, which over the last 5 games, he's playing over 20 minutes a game. You know, there's at times they have 5 guys on the floor that can make shots. So I think that's what makes them so hard to defend.
Other questions up here in the front on the aisle?
Yeah, just to follow up, you mentioned you get a different sense from these guys. You don't have to tell them the importance of this. Any examples of that? Anything they've said, anything they've done that's different that have tipped you off to that?
I really feel that the biggest difference has been in practice. We've been, you know, it's really hard this time of year when you, towards the end of February, you kind of wind practice down a little bit. You're only going for like an hour and 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden you have 4 or 5 days where you have to kind of start practice back up. And I haven't had a hard time getting them to practice again. You know, we practiced yesterday for almost 2.5 hours. And usually last year, there's no chance I would have been able to do that. I had no problem getting them to practice. We'll practice again for probably a good solid 2 hours. And they're looking forward to practice. So I think from that mentality, that's the biggest thing I've seen, Jerry.
Other questions?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we will get back at it at 2:45 with Houston. 2:45.